Namassadase, Namassabhayai. With the abundant blessings of Paramatma Shriyapati, this is the concluding day of the 4-day lecture series titled Ramayana Rahasyas, The Secrets of the Ramayana. Day 1 and day 2, we had the opportunity to experience at the RV Dental College premises last week. We covered 3 plus 3, 6 rahasyas in those 2 days put together. Subsequently, yesterday, the 3rd day, we had the bhagyam to discuss the penultimate lecture, rahasya, the 7th one in the order, which completely dealt with Hanuman Anjaneya Swami. Today, the concluding day of the lecture, we will be having the 8th rahasya, the last of the rahasyas. When I say last of the rahasyas, it means in the list that we have planned, it is the last rahasya. Purvacharyas have discussed very many more rahasyas which could be dealt with in the months and years to come by some vidwan. This last rahasya is titled very simply with one word, surrender, which is Sharanagati. In Bharata Desham, we have had the paddhati of bathing in holy rivers. So we have a prachina shloka, which I'm sure most of you will be well aware of. Gangescha Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. We discuss of the nadis that flow from Uttara Bharatam to Dakshina Bharatam. All of these are called nadis. But technically, in Samskrita Bhasha, anything that flows eastward is called nadi. For example, Mahanadi, Krishna, Tungabhadra, Kaveri, Tamraparni, to some extent even Ganga and Brahmaputra. These are all largely east flowing. So they are termed nadi. But those rivers which flow westward should be referred to as nada, not nadi. That is how Vyakarana says, nada nadi bhavam, we call it. But it will be too technical for anybody to just say the name of the river. You have to look into the map. Then check whether it is going eastward or westward. Then you will have to finally decide if it is nadi or nada. So generally we refer to all of them as nadis. When all these nadis have been described in such great detail, it is a paddhati in Sanatana Dharma that people go and bathe in the waters. But it is a bit problematic today. Why? Because people who grew up in villages in the olden days used to go to the river and bathe. It was a daily ritual for them to go to the river. And thereby, when there used to be monsoons and the river water's level used to rise, they were used to diving, swimming. So there was this 29 days crash course in swimming was generally not there because people learned swimming as a skill. But now that we are used to bathing in a 4 feet by 2 feet space, bathing in a river itself becomes a task. How to change clothes, where to change clothes. And second thing, people who were used to bathing in the rivers would know the depth. Where the depth is low, where it is shallow flowing, which is suitable for bathing. So, even today if you go to the great river Ganga, especially in Kashi Kshetram, Varanasi, you will find very many places where they have constructed steps. You can walk them down and then bathe. Such places are referred to as ghattams in Sanskrit. In a river, flowing river, places which are deemed safe for people to walk down, you will find those places as ghattams. This is what is generally referred to in Hindi Bhasha as ghat. You find Dashashwamedha Ghat, Manikarnika Ghat, Bindu Madhava Ghat. Bindu Madhavana Ghattake hoguve tare bindigeya. Taraka bindige naniri hoguve tare bindigeya. Bindige odadare onde kasu tare bindigeya. Bindu Madhavana ಘಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವೆ ಎನ್ನೋ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಸರು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋ ಶಬ್ದ ಘಾಟ್, ಆದರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಘಟ್ಟ. ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಘಟ್ಟಂ ಆರ್ ಘಾಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಡೀಮ್ಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ರಿವರ್. In a river, in an allegorical river called Brahmanubhavam, you have to imagine that the Anubhava, the experience, the exquisite experience that you have of Brahman flows like a river. It's an allegorical depiction. In that river called Brahmanubhavam, our Purvacharyas have constructed 3 different places with steps, with the side rails where you can hold them, walk it down and bathe. Those 3 places are marked as A, B and C. Point A, Ghat A, Ghattam A, where you can bathe in the river called Brahmanubhavam, is called Upanishad. Upanishad is the first ghat where you can experience Brahman, which flows as a river. The second Ghattam is called as Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Third is known as Brahma Sutras. So these 3, Ghat 1, 2, 3, or A, B and C, or Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutras, is called Prasthanatrayam.